I'm Cookie, and welcome back to another episode of the Untold Origins, the series where I talk about the backstories of one or multiple minor characters from my series Legends. Today will be the last episode. I'll be talking about the Guardians, a group who are tasked with protecting an ancient weapon called the Beacon of Light, up to the point where all the enchanted animals at night meet each other. If you haven't heard what happens after that, and want to know, I recommend watching the next video as I discussed it there. In this episode, I'll be talking about Strawbearry. Born in the south side of the evergreen forest, Strawberry didn't have the best upbringing. His mother, Fury, gave birth to 2 sons, but Strawberry's brother was a stillborn. This caused Fury to become depressed, but she still felt obligated to care for Strawberry. But she did her best not to get attached to him in the event that he does die. Unfortunately for him, Strawberry didn't understand why Fury didn't want to play with him or give him any affection. She did care for him in other ways, like providing food and protecting him from predators, which caused him to become confused on whether or not she actually loved him. When Fury would rest, Strawberry would sneak off to make friends, but was quickly rejected by everyone he met because of his species. As a magi bear, he is one of the most dangerous enchanted animals in the world, and one of the largest land animals. Though he was harmless now, other animals were aware that his mother must be nearby, who could definitely kill them. So they stayed away, much to Strawberry's disappointment. Eventually, he asked his mother why everyone was afraid of him. "We are a threat to them. Dangerous enchanted animals will not hesitate to attack." "But I haven't done anything wrong." "They're not afraid of what you've done. They're afraid of what you will do." From then on, Fury decided to keep a closer eye on Strawberry to prevent him from wandering off. She noticed how different he was from other cubs she had raised in the past. He was more jumpy, less ferocious, and very careful with his own strength. This only angered Fury, as she knew it would be harder to teach him survival skills, meaning she would have to spend more time with him and increase the chance of getting attached to him. So she did the bare minimum. Strawberry was oblivious to that and was just glad to spend more time with her, even if she still wasn't affectionate and would often snap at him. This was the way he was raised until he was finally old enough to leave on his own. However, he wasn't ready. His hunting skills weren't the best, though he was a great forager. He didn't know how to look intimidating, and he was still conservative over his strength. Your Fury had enough of him and told him to leave. "It's time we part ways." "But Mom, I'm not ready." "That is your own problem now, not mine." Fury then left, and though Strawberry tried to follow, she tried to attack him, so he backed off. He would then spend the next several years alone. Magi bears are solitary animals, though he did try to break that trend. And even if he wanted to spend some time with a mate, due to his passiveness and his small size compared to other males, he was never any magi bear's first choice of mate. As a result, he was alone. Part of him wanted to seek out Fury again, or even his mystery father, but the other part knew that it would be a waste of time, especially since he should be focusing on improving his poor survival skills. And with some practice and time, he did. He still wasn't the best hunter, but he was fine with that, as he hated hurting others when he didn't have to. So he spends most of his days foraging and relaxing. One day, Strawberry came across 2 enchanted animals, a tree mammal and an aqua bunny. He also noticed a larger enchanted animal, one he didn't recognize, behind them, seemingly getting ready to attack the pair. Unbeknownst to Strawberry, the enchanted animal, Sonic, thought he was going to attack Ambush and Tidepool. And so, they both jumped out of hiding and attacked each other, much to the surprise of Ambush and Tidepool, who quickly got out of their way. Though Sonic was a better fighter, Strawberry was bigger and heavier. One good swipe of his claws could severely hurt Sonic if he wasn't being careful. Eventually, Ambush used his powers to separate the two and questioned why they started fighting, in which they both replied that the other was going to attack them. To this, Tidepool started laughing. "What's so funny?" "Sonic wasn't going to attack us. He's our friend. He just likes to watch over us at a distance." "So you protected them?" "Yeah, from you. Though I see now you're not a threat." They all laughed over the misunderstanding, and Strawberry left soon after. It was only then that he realized that they didn't chase him out. Rather, he left on his own. Strawberry would end up seeking them out again and again to test to see if they really weren't afraid of him. He realized that they enjoyed spending time with him, and he could not be happier. After many years, he finally had friends that he'd been looking for, ones who cared about him. He still would wander on his own as he got used to that, but he could always count on fighting them. Sonic even offered to help Strawberry learn how to be a better fighter so he could defend himself, which he appreciated. He also learned about ambushes, Tidepools, and Sonic's upbringings and what their families were like. It was then he realized just how different his upbringing was. He had grown to believe that all parents were like his. Either they only provided physical needs, like Fury, or they were completely absent, like his father. His feelings of emotional neglect were not normal, but rather caused by Fury's own decision to choose not to show love. Realizing this, Strawberry decided that he was going to confront Fury and tell her how she has made him feel and how what she did was wrong. He spent several days looking for her, having to travel a good distance away from his friends. Unfortunately, while he did find her, it was not what he expected. Fury was dead, having died from wounds that she received from another enchanted animal. Strawberry did not know how to feel. On one hand, he was shocked and devastated, but on the other, he was relieved. Mom, I don't know what to say. An enchanted animal, another one he didn't recognize, but presumably the one who killed Fury, appeared and scared off Strawberry. Now, he didn't know what to do. He had set off to work out his feelings with Fury, but with her death, all he was left now was emptiness. He decided that instead of going back to his friends, he was going to spend some time reflecting on his past and sort out his feelings. And so several months passed, and Strawberry is feeling much better. One day, to his surprise, Sonic finds him and mentions that he, Ambush, and Tidepool decided to find new territory, though they didn't intend on accidentally finding him. Strawberry was glad to see him, but was still needed more time to come to terms with everything before seeing Ambush and Tidepool again. So Sonic left. A few days pass, and he feels a lot clearer. He accepts that even though Fury wasn't the best mother, a part of him will always care about her, though he also recognizes that what she did was unacceptable. His feelings towards her will always be complicated, but he's fine with that. Strawberry decided that he will find his friends the next day and goes to bed, only to be wakened up by his friends fighting in a border dispute and decides to put a stop to it. His choice to get involved ultimately will change the rest of his life. And that's all I have for this video. Before you all go, I have a small announcement to make. As of this video being uploaded, I am back in college, so unfortunately I won't be posting as much, if at all, to this channel for the time being. Fear not, I will be working on some projects on the side, and will continue to post videos once this year of school is done. Anyway, make sure to comment below what you thought of his backstory. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye!